Hello, good morning all. Welcome to science class. So we are discussing the chapter living organisms and we discussed about the habitat, adaptation and the components of habitat, biotic and abiotic components, influence of biotic and abiotic components in a habitat. Okay, next page number 83 we have to study something, a journey through different habitats. We have to study some different, extremely different climatic conditions and also habitats. First of all, some of the terrestrial habitats. First one is a desert. Okay, in the beginning of the chapter we mentioned about desert. Are you remembering? Yes, about the camel. Camel is considered as the sheep of desert, and this camel possesses a number of adaptations to live in desert. So again we have to discuss something more about this desert, mainly focusing on the plants. How the plants are, what type of plants are there, how the plants are surviving there, or what are the adaptations seen in these plants to live in desert. Can you name one of the very important desert plant? And that's very familiar for us. That is a cactus. Cactus plant. Varieties of cactus plants we can see. Okay, different shapes are there. Some are with a long and cylindrical stem, but some others are with a flat stem. Okay. So when we are looking any kind of cactus plant, we can see there is a common figure or common features for all this kind of desert plants. Okay, do you know anything about the leaves? About the leaves that we studied in the early chapters of this textbook. The leaves are usually for photosynthesis and also for transpiration. Transpiration means the reduce or loss of water from the plant as water vapor. Okay, and transpiration is a common process in our area because of the flat and large leaves of the plants. Then what is the condition if the transpiration is continuously happening there in the case of desert? We know that the availability of water is very less. That's why to avoid this transpiration, the leaves of desert plants, they are very small. If they are present, they are very small. Sometimes the leaves are absent. We can see the needle-like leaves. Needle-like, മുള്ളു പോലുള്ള ചെറിയ leaves കാണാം നമുക്ക്. So why the leaves are shaped so? That is a special adaptation of these plants to live there. That means this kind of leaves, they can reduce the loss of water from the plant. But the stem, what type of stem is there? Stem appears as leaf-like. Some fleshy and thick flat stem we can see. Actually, this flat stem is carrying out photosynthesis. This green colored flat stem is engaged in the process of photosynthesis and it is making food for the plant, the entire plant. And also when we are looking the stem, we can see it is covered by a waxy coating. A pale white colored coating is present over the leaves. This waxy coating over the stem which can prevent the loss of water from the stem, and also it helps to retain the water in the stem or tissues of the plant. Okay, and the root system of this desert plants, that is so developed, well developed root system is there. That means the roots are able to penetrate so deep into the soil to absorb the water. In search of the water, the roots are going so deep and deep into the soil. If the plant is very small, then also it showing or it possesses a well developed root system to absorb the water present in far away places. Okay, and other than the camel, we can see some other animals also there. Some of the animals, they are living in burrows. There is a desert animal such as a desert snake and also desert rat. To avoid or to withstand this heat of the sand, during daytime they are not coming outside. They are living in their burrows. The burrows are so deep in the sand. You can see in figure 9.4 the burrows of desert rat and snake. These burrows are so deep into the sand to avoid getting heated, and they will come out only at night. Then another habitat, another extreme habitat, there is a mountain areas, mountain regions, hilly areas. What is the specialty of these hilly areas? Most of the time in a day it shows so cold. Sometimes snowfall is there, rain also we can see. Wind is also accompanied, always accompanied in this mountain areas. Here also we can see varieties of plants and animals. Can you think of about this life in a mountain area or hilly area? It will be very funny and interesting for 1 or 2 days, but our body we can't affordable or we can live for a long time there in this mountain region. Okay, because our body or the adaptations present in our body is not suited to live in such conditions. Did you ever visited the mountain trees and others or mountain areas? We can see the trees present in this mountain areas, they are usually cone shaped. Cone shaped trees are there. Christmas tree model, that is a cone shaped tree. Why these trees are naturally growing in that area, but in our area we can't see such all the trees are not naturally growing as a cone shaped. And the tree appears as cone shaped because of the sloping branches and needle like leaves. The branches are so sloping and the leaves are needle like. ബ്രാഞ്ച് ഒക്കെ നന്നായിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒടിഞ്ഞ് ചരിഞ്ഞിട്ടാണ് ഇരിക്കുന്നത്, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമുക്ക് ആ ട്രീ കണ്ടാൽ ഒരു കോൺ ഷേപ്പായിട്ട് തോന്നുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദിസ് ഇസ് വൺ ഓഫ് ദ അഡാപ്റ്റേഷൻ സ്പെഷ്യൽ ഫീച്ചർ ഓഫ് ദിസ് mountain plants to slide off the snow water and also rain water very easily. If the leaves are so flat, what will happen? The water may stick over those and which will result in the breaking, tearing and damaging of the leaves. To avoid this, most of the plants are with the needle-like leaves and these leaves or branches are so slopy. Then what about the animals? The animals, they have thick skin or fur. Skin and fur. Over the skin, what we can say fur. Fur means hairs. A thick coat of hair we can see which help their body to protect from the extreme cold. Can you name the animals? Snow leopard, yak, mountain goat, and in polar areas we can see the penguin, polar bear, etc. All these are this kind of animals with this kind of adaptations to live in extreme cold. And also their feet and toes, which also covered with a thick layer of skin. It protects their feet from the cold when it is walking the snow. And also it have strong hooves for running, especially the mountain goat. It has strong hooves for running up the rocky slopes of the mountains. Then we can see a number of other animals are also there in the mountain areas. All these animals are showing this kind of adaptation. Different types of adaptations are there which enable these plants or animals to survive in that particular climatic condition. Okay, the remaining part we will discuss in the next class. Okay.